Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in on this lovely Saturday afternoon. Today, I want to talk, or I should say, we want to talk about um, ways of cooking in your kitchen when you don't have a stove. And as you all already know, she's been here numerous amount of times. I'm glad she could be aboard with me this afternoon. Jan, Jan from New York City saves money. I'm going to bring her in.
Hi,
Hey, Jan.
Steve. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How you
Um,
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
That's good. So let me ask you, um, do you have any suggestions or tips about
Well, I
preparing?
know, yes, I know we dived into it a little bit a few months back, but I think that this topic bears worth repeating, Steve, because a lot of people are finding themselves more and more in situations where they do not necessarily have a complete, air quotes, kitchen.
Uh-huh.
I myself, Steve, you might remember a couple of years back because there was a gas leak in our building. The local utility company had to shut it off. The whole building had no gas, and at that time we had a gas stove, a good gas stove, of which, may I mention, we had for a very long time. Making a long story short, while they were repairing everything, there was a very long period of time that the tenants in the building, we were without using a regular stove. I have to say, Steve, it was initially a challenge. But thankfully today there are gadgets and gizmos that can get you through it. I'm just going to begin with one, and this is the most affordable one, Steve, in my opinion, a slow cooker. You
That's a
can make soups, you can make stews, and if you're really creative, you can even figure out a way of making your lasagna, macaroni and cheese, and even bake some cakes. There's a lot of information out there. So for anyone that's experiencing like this as a temporary thing, it is a really good idea to consider, at the very least, picking up a slow
cooker.
cooker.
Yeah, and this being November, and keep in mind Black Friday, although you would not catch me out and about, I'll just stick with my Cyber Monday. But there are a lot of sales that are about to pop up, so you could probably pick up a fairly nice slow cooker for about $20, $18. I mean,
So affordable
I
and
have a
so adaptable.
yeah, because I've got a nice one. Mine I've had now for about 4 years. It's a four-quart and it's touchpad. And I got it at Walmart. I think I paid like 18 and some change. Right now, the same exact slow cooker they still make it is about 25. So I must have got it at a good time. And I did buy it. I think I did buy it probably in November of 17. But
Yes.
I have made mac and cheese. I have done lasagna in a microwave. It turns out very well. Baking a cake, I'm actually in the process of attempting that. I have a cake mix over there. I just got to.
You made a cookie. You made a
I did.
ginormous cookie in your slow cooker.
Yeah, about a year or a little more than a year ago, I made a snickerdoodle cookie, and all I used was pancake complete mix. That's it.
My recipe.
Your recipe. Yeah, because you were there to help me out. Simple. All you do, it's easy. All you're doing is you just add the water, and you mix it up, and then you just
And you can attach the video in your description box if you would like, for the folks that may want to make it. It's very inexpensive.
now I don't have a video. Now I haven't made a video for the cookie yet. I don't
No,
have.
I meant my video to
Oh,
share,
your
to
video.
make that recipe. Yes.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Okay. I'd have to find it. Okay. Because it's not hard to do. All I have to do is go to your page. It's best to do it on a laptop because I can go over, click on the magnifying glass, type in the word sugar cookie, and it'll be
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
You know, because anytime you want to search somebody's channel for a video, make sure you use the keyword and it helps.
Speaking of channel and video, your recent upload on this past Recipe Tuesday involved potato soup. You do not have a quote, end of quote, full kitchen. How on planet Earth did you prepare your potato soup, if you don't mind me asking?
Don't forget, no, I don't have a stove in my current situation, but I do have a hot plate. So don't get me wrong. I've been. This may sound crazy, but a majority of not all of my life, but a majority of my life, I've been cooking on hot plates. I'm perfectly fine with them, and you know, what I did is I need to go ahead and share my potato soup recipe with you guys. I should put it up, this next Tuesday if you guys are interested. And there's not much to it. I would say because again, prices vary from store to store, state to state. Um, I would say $7-8 at most. You could have the ingredients to make it. It's very good. It's simple, not hard.
And affordable.
Affordable. I would say total preparation time. The biggest preparation of it is going to be cutting up your potatoes and boiling the potatoes. That's going to be your biggest thing. The rest of it is not so hard. But I will go ahead and record a video for that. This sometime.
And by the way, forgive me if I caused a little confusion. I was privy to see the picture of that beautiful soup that you made. So I thought video. So, but that's good if you could record one.
What I can do, in addition to that, I will gladly, a part of this, I can go ahead and include a picture of my potato soup and show you what it looks like.
Oh, that looks so good. I just want to jump in that bowl.
And I'll attach it here. And then when I, give the recipe on Tuesday, and there's not much to it, I'll share it again. But it's not hard. And I urge anybody who likes potato soup, I urge everyone to try it. When you hear the simplicity of it.
Yes.
Because it's I'll just go ahead and say this. Let's see. 1, you got to have your potatoes. Let's see. 2, 3. It's not but 4 ingredients. That's it.
Oh wow! It's even a low ingredient recipe. Who doesn't mind that?
Yeah. Total preparation is probably about 40 minutes. And the reason why I'm stretching it out is because of the boiling time to cook the potatoes.
Right. But may I ask you? So let's get back to the actual appliance that you utilize to do the soup. Is that affordable? What you described? You said hot plate.
It's a hot plate.
And how much do those run? Since I never really personally purchased hot plate.
I have well, I didn't purchase the one I'm using at present. That's my friend did, but I would say low 20s, maybe 21, 22. It's a double burner.
Excellent. So once again, and not to overuse the word affordable, but budget friendly, wallet friendly appliance that will definitely help, in an incomplete kitchen. There's something else that, of course we cannot bypass, Steve, and that's an air fryer.
Yeah. There are I so want to expand on things to prepare with an air fryer. I am looking on one of my social media sites, and there's a group that I can join, and it revolves around nothing but recipes that are cooked in an air fryer. And one of the ones that I just looked at, I didn't really go in depth looking at it, but I saw it. Somehow somebody made salmon in an air fryer.
Oh, wow.
And it said preparation time is only 15 minutes.
Wow.
So I would be willing to, expand on that, because what is an air fryer? Basically, the concept of it, if you think about the way it works, because when I got mine, a couple months ago, what did I do? I opened the manual and I looked at it, and it showed me, you have your basket, but on the inside, looking up, you have a coiled, like a coil burner, like you have on an electric stove. And then you have a fan within that blows that heat around. And then you have a dial that controls your temperature, 300, 350, and so on. And so basically, the way an air fryer works is very similar to an oven.
Absolutely. Like a convection effect. And of course, a standard microwave.
I have that.
I mean, if you think about it, for less than $150, a person, think about this for a second, they could get microwave, small one. I'm not talking about the huge one, small one, a small air fryer, all optional, the hot plate, slow cooker. And by the way, slow cooker makes a great holiday gift.
It does. Yeah. Well, as I mentioned a few minutes before, right around this time of year, holiday, they do go on sale.
Yes. A friend of mine lives in a room, rented room. And this friend uses all the time toaster oven. He would not stop even using a toaster oven because, when you live in a rented room and all this and all that, you don't have access to a kitchen. That's that person's kitchen. And he's totally happy with it. Totally.
True story. This is going a little ways back. This may even be. Oh wow, this is probably this. It would have to be over 20 years ago. But I had a toaster oven, and what did I do? I took aluminum foil, and it had a small little baking flat cookie sheet thing that you could slip up in there.
Right.
And I would put aluminum foil down, and I actually took a couple of 3 fish fillets and laid it across.
Right.
And I put a little olive oil, a little bit of seasoning, what I wanted, stuck it in there. Keep in mind, most toaster ovens have a broil setting.
That's true.
I broiled fish in it.
How'd it come out?
Out of this world.
There you go.
So if your friend, quote unquote, happens to be watching this video by chance, or if he has a way to see it, that can be some information that if he likes fish, that could be of help to him.
Right.
But yeah, you don't. It's not just fish. With the broil setting, you can cook just about anything.
Well, actually, I understood he makes chicken, steaks. He expands it to levels that I didn't think were actually possible. But you mentioned a broiling
right. It has
selection. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
There are ways to get around.
Yeah. No. I've done that. I've done hamburgers and a couple of 3 other, and I've done hot dogs in it, if you like. Now, hot dogs come out a little bit like you do it on a fire, like a
grill effect.
Similar. It's not bad, but yeah, that's another avenue to cook. You got a slow cooker, you got your toaster oven. You don't have to have a toaster to toast bread. You can toast bread in an air fryer. Usually, sometime in the mornings, what do I like to have for breakfast? I'll do a bagel.
That's excellent.
I'll throw a bagel in there for about 4 minutes at about 325. Take it out, but it's the cinnamon raisin, and I put some cream cheese on it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, if you've never done cream cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel, I urge you to try it.
It's so good.
Not only do you get the cheese, but you get a slight sweet effect from the raisin.
It works out so good. Last night, we're talking about this. last night I had a tremendous urge for sweet potatoes, period, thinking of the holiday ahead. I said, wait a minute, just go to the freezer, grab a handful of your frozen sweet potato fries. I threw them in my air fryer.
You can.
20 minutes later, voila, craving satisfied. So thankfully today we have so many options. Not like 70 years ago.
No. No. Another device that this is something that I learned how to cook spaghetti sauce in. It's called a Kitchen Kettle. It's made by Presto. It's about yay tall, round, and it's got a heating element that you plug into the side and you plug it into the wall.
Nice.
And you can control the temperature on this die. It's almost like the same heat element you have on an electric skillet.
Awesome.
And I learned how to make spaghetti sauce on that. Believe it or not, as crazy as it may sound, that's one of the best things in the world to cook spaghetti sauce in. Why? Because if you set it just right, the heat will kick on and off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Your spaghetti sauce cooks slower, yes, but it might take a little longer, but it comes out better.
And it won't burn, is my thought, I'm assuming, right? Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I haven't made it like that in quite some time. I mean, this was back in the 1990s, like early 90s. I'm over close to 30 years ago.
Wow.
But yeah, but the kitchen kettles are real good. Not only can you do spaghetti sauces in it, you can also deep fry. Who doesn't like to do that?
Oh, good.
Because you have the basket that sets down in there. You have that. You could probably use it almost like a wok if you wanted to. You could, vegetables and do stir fry because it's deep enough.
Let me ask you a question, Steve. So a person, let's say, is in the mood for their traditional, let's say, Sunday afternoon tomato sauce, gravy, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's different. Can a person also make their own meatballs and toss it in that unit with the sauce? That would do the same trick?
Done it.
How'd it come out?
It come out like any other. Now, keep in mind, everybody does meatballs differently. Now, what I do is when I have my sauce on and cooking, I'm preparing my meat, my my spices, my egg. I prepare the mix. When my spaghetti, after I put all of my spices in, the sugar and everything, and it starts to come to a small boil, I'm taking my meatballs, I'm rolling it up, and I'm placing it in my sauce, and it cooks all together.
That's amazing. You have to excuse me 1 second. I have to turn down my stove because I am boiling a big pot of water.
A big pot of water? Yeah. So, like I said, everyone, I will have a video next Tuesday at 6 a.m. giving about my potato soup. And like I said, it's a very simple recipe. And it won't break the bank. So, be on the lookout for that. No, meatballs in spaghetti sauce, whether it's in that or if I do it on a hot plate in a Dutch oven type pot, either way, it still comes out good.
Or a slow cooker.
I've done spaghetti sauce in a slow cooker. It's okay. And I'll tell you what I don't like about it. In this case, I object on that. It's not that the idea is bad. Spaghetti sauce is something ever so often you have to go and check it and stir it.
Oh, true.
If you go to a slow cooker and you lift that lid, you're taking away cook time.
No, you make a good point. Unfortunately, spaghetti sauce is an exceptional thing. You have to give it that stir.
Yeah, another one that is not too bad of a device to cook with. Some people object to them. Some people swear by them. And I'll mention it, a pressure cooker.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, I've made spaghetti sauce in a pressure cooker. No, it turns out very well. There's only one thing. If you're cooking something in a pressure cooker and you're adding ingredients to it, spices or whatnot, when you put that lid on there and you lock it down so it can build up pressure to cook your food, you better hope you have those ingredients correct, because you can't go back and open it and look.
Oh, true.
Where my spaghetti sauce cooking over the stove takes about an hour and 5 minutes, in a pressure cooker, I can cook spaghetti sauce in about 25 minutes. Oh, it prepares your food much faster.
Yeah.
So that's another avenue that if you don't have a stove, you could prepare your food. That's another one.
What I've done, Steve, excuse me 1 second, with meatballs, for example, in slow cooker, if I have prepared jar sauce that's done, the flavor's already cooked, it's just a matter of heating. In that case, you could just dump that over prepared meatballs, and then, then just turn on your slow cooker for a couple of hours. But I get it when it comes to making one from scratch. Yes, you must do that stirring process in between, and that's not a good thing in the slow cooker.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, yes, jarred spaghetti sauce, and and of course, if I'm going to do jarred spaghetti sauce, I'm going to try to pick. I'm not going to do ragu. I'm not going to do Prego. I mean, that's been around since beginning of time. If I'm going to do bottled sauce, I would much rather get a brand like Bertolli or Classico or something, a little good, or anything above. Another one that I do like is Newman's Own. Is really good.
Yes.
Of course, you have your higher ups like you've got your Vincent sauce. You've also got your Rayo's, which is a famous restaurant. But that's going to be in the $6-7. If I'm going to pay $6 or $7 for a bottle of Rayo's, I just assume to make my own, and I'll make a lot.
Absolutely, I so agree.
I mean, jarred spaghetti sauce is okay, but if you give me a choice, I'd rather make my own. But that's me. But one sauce that I am head over heels about that I've been my friend introduced me to it is a type of sauce. I have it here. It's made by Bertolli and probably a few other brands. Vodka sauce.
Yes.
And it has a nice flavor to it.
It's actually a mild flavor, in my opinion.
It is. It is. You would automatically think, oh, vodka sauce, it has booze in it. Well, I don't know if it does or not, and if it did, the alcohol part of it is cooked out. All you have is just the flavor.
Absolutely.
But no, there are ways and there are ways to cook without a stove. Here's a good story. True fact. I wasn't born yet. My sister would have had to have been, I don't know, 5, I guess. I could be wrong. The story goes like this. My mother and my father, they stayed in a motel. They were wanting some vermicelli pasta. There's no stove. But there's a coffee maker. My mom, with her wisdom genius, what does she do? She goes and puts water in the where the water goes in the back part. I guess 12 cups or however how many, 10. And then she just took pasta and broke it and put it in the carafe. And she turned it on, and the hot water, went down in the carafe like you're making a pot of coffee. The hot water itself, because vermicelli only takes about 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. How creative is that?
Yes. So the hot water, like you're brewing coffee, hit the spaghetti. And by the time it got through brewing, your vermicelli was done.
Leave it to your mom.
So when in doubt, don't be. There are ways.
There are ways. There are ways and there are ways. God bless.
Mm-hmm. So,
Well, Steve, I think we pretty much covered it.
yeah, me too. So,
Hey, let us know, guys or gals,
mhm,
anyone watching. Let us know if you've ever had an incomplete kitchen and how did you cope with it and what works, what has worked for you.
for you,
Let
yeah,
us
I
know.
would love. I mean, I find this to be a great topic. I would love to hear, you guys'
I
feedback.
agree, Steve, because there are more and more people facing different situations, not necessarily bad situations, but different situations. Not everybody has,
Yeah,
a
everybody,
complete kitchen.
everybody's different. Yeah, but do let us know. I'd love to hear your comments, and again, be on the lookout. Like I said, I myself, I put up a video 3 times a week. I've got my recipe Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock Thursday, and then I've got at 1:30 on Saturday. And every once in a while, I'll let you guys know somehow that I might sneak in a fourth one ever so often here and there. But that's my schedule when it comes to my uploads. To be on the lookout. And like I said, anybody that's just passing through, if you like what you see, down on the bottom right hand corner, please feel free to subscribe and like. And that's about it. And then of course, you know anybody coming through, could also check out your channel as well. And it's
Oh, thank you, Steve. Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. every single Monday through Friday.
mhm, that's right. Okay. Well, Janet, this was fun. I like
Thanks
the
for
topic.
having me. I love coming over on Saturday afternoons and
Yeah,
hanging out with you guys.
yeah, yeah. It works out good. All right. Well, guys, I hope all of you have an amazing rest of your day, and we will see you next time. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye for now.
Bye bye.